Everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm documenting my journey on this Mounjaro journey. It's the brand name for the medication called Tirzepatide. And this is my second official update. And we're going to be talking about my first week taking the medicine. And if you watch my first video, you know I took my second injection. So let's talk about the changes, the side effects, and why this medication is so different. And I'm also let you know what I am expecting from taking this medicine and also why. So let's get into it. Before we get into this recap of my first week on this Mounjaro journey, we're going to have the scripture for today. And the scripture from today is, "This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it." That's from Psalms 118 and 24. He made this day specifically for me to enjoy the day, to enjoy everything he created for me to enjoy for this day. And I will rejoice because he made this day for me, and I'm glad about it. How about you? So now let's get into this recap of my first week taking this Mounjaro, my Mounjaro journey. Before we get into it, I just want to give you a quick recap of Mounjaro and why this is really going to work for me. Because Mounjaro is a prescription drug that you take once a week that you do an injection. And if you got type 2 diabetes, which my doctor diagnosed me long time ago, it's been approved not only to help you lower your A1C, but it's also approved to get you weight loss. And this is funny. The weight loss is like a side effect. And if it's a side effect, that's a good side effect, because I've been taking medicine for a long time. And I said, let me see if I can, take this to see if it works. So far, so good. So how it works, I want to let you know how it works. It's a dual GIP or GLP-1 receptor antagonist. That means that it mimics two natural gut hormones. And what it does is helps you get your A1C level down. Because, if you're above 60, so you diabetic and all this other stuff. I'm not going to get too technical about it because I just want to keep it plain and keep it real, because you don't want to hear no doctor. You go to the doctors. But I'm going to tell you plain and real what I experienced. Because my name is Anthony My Time, if you don't know who I am. My time means this is my experience. So I'm giving you my experience on this Mounjaro, the Tirzepatide. So it helps, helps you get your A1C level down. And the side effects is it helps you lose weight. So I've been on medicine for the past, 15 years. And, A1C going up and down, up and down. But last year, I made a decision. I'm getting off this medicine. I'm getting off the, what's it called? The Metphorman. And I told my doctor, if I get my numbers down below 7, you will take me off the medicine? He said, yeah. I said, I'm serious. He said, yeah. So I did what I had to do, and I got my numbers down below 7. And lo and behold, I said, my numbers down, right? He said, yeah. He said, you look good. What did you do? I told him what I did. He said, that's good. I said, you gonna take me off the medicine? He said, yeah, I'll take you off the medicine. I'll take you off the medicine. So I didn't take no more Metphorman. That was last year. But you know how life is. Life be life. I started doing, exercising, and then the little food started creeping in. Started eating some more. And my numbers went back up, was fluctuating again. So it's a journey. If you ever had food cravings and you love food, I love food, I love sweets, I love candy, I love cake, I love donuts, and it's a journey. But I said, I'm not going to get back on Metformin. Matter of fact, I'm going to get off all this medicine totally. So what can I do? I'm already taking medicine. What can I do? So I decided, let me try this Metformin. Let me try this, not Metformin, I'm sorry. Let me try this Mounjaro. I said, let me try this Mounjaro because it got a good side effect. The side effect is it helps you lose weight also. So I made a plan. I said, I made a plan. If I could lose the weight, which I am, and get my numbers down, this is going to be a tool, not something that's going to be used for my life. That's the mindset you got to have, because you got to have a mindset if you're going to take some medicine on how you're going to get off it. That's how I got off the Metformin. So I used the mindset that I'm going to use this Mounjaro to get my weight down, to get my A1C down, and then gradually get off it so I won't have to take no more types of medicine. Type in the comment section if you're a type 2 diabetic or a type 1 diabetic, or you got some health challenges that you're trying to go through and get over. And you're trying to figure out how you're going to do this. First step, you got to change your mind and change that mindset. So the key difference between a GIP and a GLP-1 is shown by how effective it lowers your blood sugar. And by doing that, it can help you have a greater weight loss compared to, the older drugs and the older drugs that they try to give you. I'm just reading from the notes right here because I don't want to miss anything, because if I miss something, you'll be like, oh, he lying. No, I'm not lying. This is just my first week. I'm giving you a first week recap on why I took the medicine and what the medicine is all about. So I want to get to the main event. Week 1 is in the books. So I was weighing 232 pounds. My appetite was suppressed. They say suppressed. I just didn't feel like eating. Because, I love Chinese food. I love, cakes and ice cream. And he was getting ice cream from Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A ice cream, I tell you, Chick-fil-A ice cream cone is on the, let me stop, my mouth is watering. But the Chick-fil-A ice cream and all of that. But I started last Thursday. It's a week today. I took my second shot today. That's why I'm shooting this video. And I was 232. Today I'm 227. 227.5. So I say 227. I take the 0.5. I'm 227. It suppressed my appetite. Not only it suppressed my appetite, it suppresses the cravings I had, the cravings for sugar, the cravings for cakes, the cravings for donuts. I ate donuts. I even had some little ice cream. Don't tell nobody. But it suppressed that craving. I didn't have cravings for it. I still don't have cravings for it. But I know my mind was like, don't you want some ice cream? I said, yeah, get some ice cream. It still tasted so good, but I don't have no cravings for that. That's one thing that happened last week. The cravings, it suppresses your cravings. And my energy level, I might be jumping around here, but I just want to get this out because if I try to go in order, I might forget something. So if it comes to my mind, I'm going to talk about it. The energy level, my energy level, it was kind of sluggish because, I'm not eating and I'm trying to figure out when this is going to kick in, when it's going to kick in. And it kicked in and I didn't even realize it. And I was like, man, I didn't eat all day. I had a banana, but I didn't eat all day. And it's already like 5 o'clock. I'm like, man, is this normal? I'm trying to figure this out. So that happened. And my energy was, kind of sluggish, but, I can deal with it. And, fatigue can happen as your body adjusts to the medicine because, you start off with 2.5 and then they start gradually increase to 5, then they go to 7.5, then they go to 10. And my friend, he's up to 15, the dosage. So your energy level, for me, I was kind of sluggish for the first week, last week. And let me tell you about the injection experience. I said I'm on week number 2, but you see I got three shots. I told you in the last video, I took my first shot and I showed you 2 of these. But now I have 3. The reason I got 3, the first time I took the shot, I'm so smart. This was still on. I didn't know how to take it, but this was still on. And I said, let me take the shot. Okay, you open it up. Because right here, you see, it was turned over here. It's locked. You turn it, unlock it. I said, okay, you unlock it. And then my friend's like, the syringe will come out the bottom. And when you put it on your skin, you got to hold it there for 3 seconds. So I said, okay, cool. I'm not thinking this. So I did that, put it here, press the button, hit a click, boom. I don't feel anything. I said, what's going on? Am I supposed to take this off? Let me see. I took the thing off. Let me see. Yeah, it's over. I took the thing off. I wanted to make sure this wasn't a new one. I took this off. As soon as I opened it up, poof, all the liquid came out. I said, oh man, I messed up. That's one thing you got to realize. If you're doing something for the first time, figure out how to do the thing for the first time. So I went to YouTube University and typed in, how do you take Mounjaro shots? I'm still trying to memorize the word. Mounjaro shots. And they say, yeah, you unlock it, you take this off, put it on your skin, press the button, wait till it click, and then pull it out. I said, oh, so I wasted one of these. I don't know why. I'm so smart. But that's what happened to me. I'm telling you the truth. I'm going to give you the straight up truth while I'm doing this Mounjaro journey. Because if I don't tell you the truth, you're going to be like, yeah, that's my time. My time is lying. No, I'm not lying. So the injection, when you put the injection in, you don't really feel it. You might see a little pinch, but when you shoot it in, I shoot it in my thigh. And you shoot it in, and then it takes like maybe 3 seconds, and then you're done. That's the experience I had last week. Let's talk about the side effects. What's the side effects? They said one side effect is you might get nauseous. I didn't get nauseous. Thank God I didn't get nauseous. And then they said another side effect, you might get acid reflux. I didn't get acid reflux. I did eat a little bit too much the other day. I had some chicken, fried chicken, and they said if you eat a lot of grease, it slows down your digestion system. And that's one thing about this Mounjaro. It slows down your digestion of your food. That's why you feel like you're always full, and that's why you don't want to eat. Also, it has something with the receptors in your brain, but the main thing, it slows down the digestion in your gut, in your system, digesting the food. So if you eat too much and the food that you ate before haven't fully digested is going to pack on top of that, and you're going to take your stomach more time to digest the food, and that's why you're talking about the acid reflux. You might get gas or burping and all that stuff. So, and that's another side effect. Another side effect, they say you might get constipation, because the main issue is your digestion is slowed down. That's the cause of the constipation. And while it's slowing down, it takes more of the liquid out of your stomach and out of your small intestine or large intestine, and just going down the system. And that's why they tell you, don't drink a lot of water, but keep drinking water, like sipping water. Like you get a bottle of water, don't drink the whole thing. Just keep sipping it, because as your body is digesting the food, it still needs more water and more liquid to go in your system. And then the last thing, they say you might get slight headaches after the injection. I just took the injection. It's not a headache, but it's like, feel a little different. So those are the symptoms, the side effects. But the main side effect I'm excited about, how can you be excited about a side effect? The side effect is losing weight. I told you I started at 232. I'm at 232, and now I'm at 227.5. So before we finish, I just want to let you know that this is the start of week 2. What do I expect? I expect only great things. Why? Because that's who I am. I'm Anthony My Time. I expect great things. What things I expect? I expect to lose more weight. I expected my A1C to go down. Matter of fact, I didn't even tell you about my glucose level. The glucose level before I started waking up is like 140, 130 something. Now I'm waking up, is my baby 105, 110. And then throughout the day, I had never seen these numbers before, below 100. Yep. And that's just the first week. Then after I eat, the numbers shoot up and then it goes back down in the teens, 100, 110, 120, between that. So that's my first week on this Mounjaro. And that's my journey of the first week. So this is what I want you to do. I told you this is a journey. I told you this is a journey. This is just the start of my second week. I'm going to be posting videos and giving you updates on what is happening on this journey, my Mounjaro journey, and all the side effects, all the, what I'm going to eat and what I'm eating and what I ate, and, the whole thing, because I'm documenting this. And since I'm documenting this, I want to bring you on this journey, because this is my Mounjaro journey. And if you're on this journey with me, I want you to drop a comment and let me know, what was the biggest change in your week number 1, or the start of your week number 2. If you're on this journey also, drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know, What was your biggest change in your first week of taking this Mounjaro? Because I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one on this journey. And if you want to support this channel, click the like, follow, and subscribe, and make sure you leave a comment below, because I'm not on this journey by myself. I want you to come on this journey with me.